Now, a lot of people are under the impression that you have to have a downrigger to target kokanee, and that's just not true. There are many times of the year where kokanee are up near the surface or on the top, but even when they're deep, you can still target kokanee running these lead dropper rigs. So here I have a sliding weight down to a bead chain, 18 inches to my dodger, 18 to 24. You want at least that much space because that's going to allow that dodger to move around and will prevent that weight from impeding the action of the dodger. And then 6 inches to a hoochie. I'm using Paulina Peak Tackle. I absolutely love their big eye dodgers and kokanee catch and micro hoochie. This one's purple. They're just deadly effective everywhere I fish for kokanee. Now, the real key to this system is this sliding weight, because that allows that fish to hit, and it's not always fighting the weight of the cannonball. It just slides through and allows that rod bend to absorb some of the energy from these fish so they don't rip the hooks out of their mouth. If you have a static weight, they're going to be able to leverage it out of their mouth a little bit easier than if you had a sliding weight rig. Other than that, the concept is the same as when targeting them on the surface, except for I'm running, 4 to 6 ounce lead cannonballs. This rod here is a longer fiberglass rod, and this is a graphite rod, really built for steelhead plugs. And steelhead plug rods, salmon plug rods are absolutely ideal for this fishery because plug rods tend to have that softer tip to allow the plug to do its thing. And in the same way, those soft rod tips can absorb all the energy, or help absorb the energy from these kokanee. It does take you a little while to bring them up. You can't rip them up. You will lose a few fish, but it gives you access to those fish without having to have a downrigger. It's really simple. Typically, my formula is I'm going to get about, I've only got 1.5 miles per hour with 10-pound mono on my main line. I'm going to get 10 feet for every 100 feet I have back, and per ounce. So if I have 4 ounces, 100 feet back, I'm going to get 40 feet. If I have 6 ounces, 100 feet back, I'm going to get 60 feet. If I'm marking fish at 70, 80 feet, I'm not going to be able to get all the way down to them potentially, but I can get within 10, 15 feet, even 30 feet above them. I can draw those fish up in these clear waters and get them to take my gear. So just because those fish are down at 80 or 90 feet, doesn't mean they're out of your reach, even if you're only able to run 4 to 6 ounces. I haven't marked a fish yet above 75. I just picked up a fish with a 4-ounce cannonball at 100 feet behind the kayak. So be sure and try these. Be sure and try this technique if you felt like you've never been able to get out and target kokanee because you don't have a downrigger. I've just never fished downriggers on my kayak for safety reasons and practicality, and I still am able to catch plenty of kokanee. So let's get this one back down here and stop blabbing. Catch some more fish. Hit them on that turn. That's the nice thing about when you have droppers. When you make that turn, you're gonna lift your outside gear and you're gonna drop that inside gear quite a bit. And that sharp turn got that fish to strike. had a really good day out on Lake Chelan doing deep water trolling for kokanee, but using only lead droppers. I still caught my limit. You can see I got 10 nice fish here. I got 9 big ones, next year's fish, and then this is probably just a 1-year-old fish there. But still, it's a lot of great fish, and I didn't need a downrigger to do it, so don't let that stop you if you don't have a downrigger. If you can't afford one, or you just don't have the space to put one on your boat, you can still do it with just lead droppers. If you have the right rods and right gear set up correctly, you can still come away with limits of kokanee. Until next time.